guys, hi everyone, it's me, Ghost Girl again, and today I'm going to be telling you about my ex-best friend and how she betrayed me. Yeah, this is another story time video. First of all, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate everyone that comes and contributes to the channel, and I'd like to thank all my viewers who have already subscribed to my channel. So basically I'm just going to get right into it. So I had a best friend that I was friends with for about 8 years, and basically I met her through the friendship group that I'm in with now. And so I met her when I was 12, and I was just kind of like a 12-year-old kid, kind of just wandering about, like playing outside and that. And I used to love, like, when I was a kid, I used to love like exploring and stuff. So I used to like explore around the scheme and around like the town where I live, and just go to like lots of different places. And one time when I was 12 or 11, I came across like a kind of park. So I started spending like a lot of time at this park, and it was at this park that I met this girl and a few of the other friends that I'm still friends with today. So I met at the park. I met her, another girl, and 2 other boys. One of the boys, I never seen him ever again. I don't know what happened to him. It was almost like he just fell off the face of the earth. And another 2 boys, no, another lassie I'm still pals with, and then the other lassie that I'm going to be talking about today, she's the traitor that we've all kind of don't associate with anymore. So what happened, it's kind of a long story, so sit back, relax, maybe pause this video and go and get a refreshment or something to eat or snack on, because this lassie, well, what can I say, we're going to be here for a while. So I'd say about a year goes by that we're all kind of pals. There was this other girl that we were friends with as well, but she doesn't come into this story, and we don't really talk to her anymore. That's kind of a different story that I might make a video on if you want me to do another story time video on that. But I'm thinking about taking a break from story time videos now. There's other people that have spoken to me and they're wanting me to do a story time video on their stories, so I'm thinking about doing that and telling some of their stories for me to tell them. So basically what happened was, this girl, the traitor, how this story kind of goes on like over several years. So I'm trying to think back like 6 years ago, so it might, and kind of need to think about things and remember, but so kind of bear with me for a bit. So basically what happened was, we had a friend who was a boy, and we used to all kind of hang out at his house, me and 2 other girls. And what was going on, how it started was, I used to notice this lassie, the traitor, always kind of fiddling with his safe. Now, me and the other two girls, we never went near the safe. We just kind of like chilled in his room, and she was always kind of fiddling with the safe. And what happened one day, I wasn't at the house that night. I was actually away on holiday in Turkey. Yay! Oh well, what's unfortunately isn't exactly a safe place the safest place to travel anymore given current politics, but back then it was a place that a lot of British people went on holiday, mostly Scottish, but yeah, a lot of Scottish people went to Turkey on holiday back then. It's kind of like a common holiday destination. But anyway, I was in Turkey for 2 weeks, and they were in the house that night. And it's when I came back to Turkey that one other girl who also wasn't there, I think she was on holiday as well. I think she was away at Cyprus or somewhere like that. So then she came back from Cyprus, and then she'd obviously found out the story. And then when I came back like a week later, she came and told me the story. But then later on, as time went on, I did find out the story from the boy and the other girl that was there. And then I've also heard the traitor's point of view, which was, let's be honest, it was lies. It was all lies. When she told me her point of view of the story, I'd already heard like everyone else's points of views, and I just knew that she was lying, because the story that she told was like a completely different story from like what all of them said. So it was obvious that she was lying. But anyway, back to story. So what happened was, I comes back from Turkey and I find out that the traitor had actually stolen money out of this guy's house. Like she figured out the code to the safe. Now I know you're thinking like a big massive safe and all that. No, it was like kids. It was like a wee mini kids kind of safe, and it was like had all these number buttons on it, and you clicked on the buttons and it made a kind of beep 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 as you clicked the buttons. Well, she obviously figured out the code to the safe, because the guy, he checked his safe in his room and he found out that the money that his granddad had got him for Christmas had gone, £80, had disappeared from the safe. So basically what happened is, his dad went and kind of spoke to the two of them and was like, right, £80 of his monies went missing. I want to find out who took my son's money. And then none of them admitted to it. And then he sent them out the house. So they went home, and then all of a sudden the traitor girl found a mysterious 20 quid lying there. And I'm just like, when I got told this story, I was just like, oh my god. Like, how does 20 quid mysteriously turn up lying on the ground outside? Like, that doesn't make sense. So then they eventually figured out that it was the traitor that stole the money, because she obviously found the £20 like mysteriously lying on the ground. And then because the other girl didn't have a clue, like she was like, where did you get that money from? Like, where did that money come from? She's like, how come I never seen that money on the ground? That money was not lying on the ground when we were outside. And she told me that she was just kind of going away home, and all of a sudden it was like, she was like, oh look, there's £20, and then the money was like lying next to her foot. And she said that she found that awfully suspicious, and when she was speaking to his dad, she said that, and to be honest, it was kind of obvious when we found out, like, everyone's point of view that she was guilty. And to be honest, the lassie is quite lucky that his dad never phoned the police, because still today he's not returned the money. Like, the guy's still not got his money, so that's like £60 like down the drain, like no money. And so, and then he did message me the other day. He was like, because some of this stuff is still pretty fresh, like, as I'm saying, like, the stuff has been going on for years and years, and I was kind of out of contact from them for a while because of certain circumstances that I'm going to get into in this video. But I've just kind of reunited with some of my old friends, and folk are saying that he still hasn't got the money back, and he's still waiting for the money back offer. And I said to him, I don't think you're going to get that money back, mate. I don't think you're going to get it back. So then basically what happened was he stopped speaking to her, he stopped being friends with her, and then they never spoke ever again. And then she, like, manipulated everyone to think that it was like him putting it on, that he made it up, and that he was just trying to get into trouble because he was jealous of his friendship with, like, her friendship with her and the other girl. And I'm like, what a bunch of nonsense. It's just complete and utter nonsense. You're talking bollocks, hen. I think myself, why would he be jealous of a friendship with another girl? I don't even think he likes girls. So that, anyway, sorry about that. My video just kind of cut out, so I've had to, like, refilm, delete a load of storage, and then add, like, put another video on. So this is gonna have to get edited in somewhere. So anyway, that was a load of bollocks that she was going on about. And then so what happened after that was another series of events. So then basically there was an incident with her and another girl. So basically this was about, I'm gonna say, about 4 years later. So anyway, 4 years later we're all still pals with her, and I don't know why. I think it's just because when you're a kid you just don't, like, I don't know, kids seem to put up with more shit than adults. I don't know why. I think kids are more resilient, and that's why they just kind of, like, most adults would probably stop being friends with a person, like, after that, but most kids don't really seem to, like, they just seem to be more resilient and not as educated on some things, so they just, I don't know, to be honest, I don't know why I was still friends with her after this. I think it was just because we were kids and we were stupid, and that's why. So basically, was it 4? Yeah, I'm gonna say about 4 years later, we were all still friends. The other girl had met a boyfriend, and then what happened there was her and the boyfriend were together, and they were kind of on and off, like, having arguments and getting back together and falling out and getting back together. And the traitor lassie fancied her boyfriend and was trying to get with him and was sending him nudes, and she found out about it, and honey, she went off her face, mental, off her rocker. She was not happy about that, and I said to her, keep that traitor bitch away from your boyfriend. Keep her away from him. Don't let her or him anywhere near each other, because guaranteed the way that she'd been behaving like recently before that, she was going to try and get with him, because by this point she had turned into basically a big slut. And I'm going to be quite honest with you, she basically still to this day is a big slut. In fact, she's an even bigger slut now. She was going around like trying to get with other people's boyfriends, doing like naughty stuff with one of the boys, and sending pictures of herself, censored pictures of herself to our boys and that. And she'd already done this to like one of her ex-boyfriend's best pal. She like sent him a picture of herself with like no clothes on, and I thought to myself, that is your supposed to be your best mate's ex-boyfriend's best pal. What are you doing sending naked pictures of yourself to your best mate's ex-boyfriend's pal? Like, what are you doing? And then apparently he sent one back, and so she says, but to be honest, she tells that many lies, and she's told that many lies, I don't believe her. So then what happened? Oh yeah, so then that happened. And then also when they broke up, Rianne met another guy and they went on a date, and she basically the traitor was bitching about the other girl and said that the other girl had sex with this guy, and was telling them that she had sex with this guy, and then when she was finished with him, she sent like a photo of herself naked to another guy. And she's told me that this isn't true, that this never happened, and that was just another one of the traitor's bullshit lies. And by this point I was kind of getting a bit fed up with her, and I kind of was taking everything that she said with a pinch of salt, because of all the bullshit and that, it was just annoying me. And then she then started, when then her and another girl like fell out, and then she started saying to me that the other girl was being mean to me and bitching about me and being horrible to me, and like just saying that the other girl was saying like a bunch of stuff about me. And then, well, I later found out that what the traitor said wasn't true about that lassie, but it took me like a long time to find out like the truth. And then so she like kind of manipulated me into like falling out with the other girl and basically not being friends anymore. So then it was just kind of me, her, and these other strange people that she goes out with that are not the nicest people. I'm just going to put that out there. She started, what happened was she kind of started hanging about with us less, and she started hanging about with these like new people. I don't know how she exactly met them all. I think she like she got like a part-time job, and I think like she worked next to them or something, to be honest. I don't know, and I don't really care. But she basically started hanging about with all the people, and then when me and the other girl fell out, she invited me into her group. But to be honest, this group of people, like, they're not her true friends. I remember she told them that this was going to be like she wanted to go on this detox diet thing, which, to be honest, it's fair enough. Like, your health comes first before like anything else, right? Especially now with everything that's going on. And she told all our mates that this would be like she invited us on in the last night on a night out and told us this would be like our last night out for a while because she was doing this detox thing. Although the detox thing was meant to last 90 days, but it lasted about 2 weeks. And with her, like knowing her, that like just doesn't surprise me that it only lasted that long, because she's basically an alkie now and she can't go one weekend without taking a drink and going out. And I don't imagine she'd be coping with lockdown very well, because she'll be going crazy because she can't get out and get alcohol and get wasted. So yeah, she basically started going out like once, sometimes twice, sometimes 3 times a week, and she started inviting me on like all these night outs with her friends. And basically we were on this night out and it was meant to be like a 90-day, a last night out before a 90-day detox thing, and like our friends like a lot of them like didn't turn up, and I thought to myself, that is meant to be like the last time that you'll see them in like 90 days or whatever. I thought to myself, they're not your true friends, they're not, but she's still stuck with them, like she still hangs about with them and she still like sticks by them. I thought to myself, you've kind of made the wrong choice about that. And personally I think she's made a lot of bad choices which she might regret later on in life, and I'm gonna get into that. So basically, I'd been going out with I went on about a few nights out by this point with this group, and I did meet a friend in that group who's alright, and I talked to them like occasionally and I'm still friends with them. I think that's the only good thing that came out of that group, was that one guy that I'm pals with. That is like the only good thing that came out of that group. I mean, let's be honest, the rest of them are all arseholes. So what happened was, there was this other lassie that was friends with the traitor, and she was trying to get all closey with her, and the lassie, well, this other bitch, I'm going to call her traitor number 2. Traitor number 2 had only really been friends with this lassie for like maybe a few months at the most. And I didn't really know her. I still don't really know her. I just think she's a bitch. This had only been like my 3rd night out with her, so I didn't really know her, and I feel like the way she acted, considering I didn't really know her and she didn't really know me, I was thinking to myself, why would you act that way? It's like I didn't even ken the lassie, do you know what I mean? And she went away and done all that. So then basically what happened was, we were on a night out, and then this traitor number 2 was basically causing drama the whole night. She started screaming about our house because a guy that was at the house knocked out our lamp thing, and she started making like a big massive fuss about it, and I'm just like, really, hen? But like, this lassie, she's no nice lassie. Like, she's got like a bairn. I think she got like pregnant at like 14 or something, and she's got this child, and she goes out like every single weekend and like leaves the kid upstairs and all that. And then also I recently found out another story about her. Seemingly she's, in fact, I might leave that story for another time because that's like a different story. But apparently her brother's not that nice either. Yeah, I found out a story about her brother, and he's just not a nice person. Apparently the whole family are scum. So yeah, they're not a nice family, and she's hanging about with this lassie. So basically what happened was she started to spread a rumour about traitor number one, and then saying that traitor number one was a lesbian and that. And then traitor number one overheard like what she was saying. So then traitor number one went fucking mental. And then when we went on the actual night out, traitor number two decided to tell traitor number one that I was trying to split her and traitor number two up so that she could cover up what she had said about traitor number one. And then I'm just like, this is just bullshit. I was like, I've been your friend for 8 years. Why did I try to separate you and some stupid bitch lassie that you've known for like a couple of months? And the worst part is that she took the side of this lassie. I thought to myself, I've known you for 8 years. You've known her for a few months and you take her side. And she was being like dead aggressive as well. Like we were in a club and she actually like dragged me out the club and then started like screaming and shouting at me. I was like to her, who the actual fuck are you talking to? I was like, we've been friends since we were like children, we were like 12, and you've went away and took that lassie's side. You've known her for like a few months. And she's like, you're lying, tell the truth, tell the truth. I was like, I am telling the truth, I'm not a liar. You and her, you're the liars, not me. You and fucking her. And then traitor number two had another mate, and he was a boy, and this guy, I don't know, everyone liked this guy. They was like, oh, he's so nice, he's so funny, blah blah blah. But then I got a different vibe of him. I got the kind of, oh no, you're not as nice as you make out to be, you're full of bullshit vibe of him. And I made a joke about him earlier and he didn't take that well, and I thought to myself, you're not the nice guy that everyone thinks you are you? And that's the kind of thing that I thought to myself. And then traitor number one told me that 2 people had told me that I was trying to separate her and traitor number two. And it's definitely been traitor number one and her mate, like the guy. I thought to myself, it's definitely been they two, because he went up to me earlier and was like, oh, they're good pals, you know, you can never split them apart. And I was thinking to myself, like, what the fuck are you going on about? I thought to myself, no, they two have came together, they've plotted it, and then they've done that. And I thought to myself, they two were obviously just jealous. I thought to myself, she's definitely jealous, because she used to make comments as well about my hair, about my looks, about my makeup, about the clothes I wear, and the way she used to look at me as well, with like at the corner of her eye, like as if she hated me. I thought to myself, I've only met you like 3 times, like what? So basically that happened, and then I kind of decided to stop being friends with them. I sent her a message asking if she wanted to talk about things, and she said no, like she never replied. So a few days later I was just like, no, fuck her. So then I deleted her off Facebook. She probably told all her wee silly group of pals that she blocked me and she deleted me, but actually no, hen, that is not how it worked. I deleted you, I cut you out my life, not the other way around. So don't you go around and tell all them that it was you that cut me out, because actually it was me that cut you out. So there you go, bitch. So then I ended up kind of, over the kind of past few kind of couple of months, I've kind of been like reuniting with a lot of old friends on Facebook. like we just kind of started talking and that. Like I don't really know how it happened, but it just kind of did. And we've all kind of been talking and speaking to each other, and we kind of now realise like how toxic that lassie was, and kind of the truth is all kind of been like figured out now. But she's still acting like all gallus and that, like she's the one that's in the right. Like before, just like a kind of like a week before like all the lockdown stuff started happening, I was in this town centre, which if you're from America, that is known as a mall. So I was at the mall, and just come out of a shop, and the two of them, Traitor 1 and Traitor 2, were in the shop, and they were like laughing at me and making a fool of me and shouting abuse at me. And I just turned around and I said to Traitor number 1, I was like, you can hardly complain about the state of me. You've put on hundreds of weight. You must be about a size 20 by now, hen. And then the two of them just kind of looked at me like a kind of shocked face, like, and I was like, good, fucking, you should be shocked. I was like, you're actual horrible, two-faced cows, and you shouldn't be on this earth. Hope karma comes to you, and I genuinely hope karma comes to them and gives them their just deserve, because they do deserve it. And the last Traitor number 1 has now, I hope she one day finally looks at herself and realises like what she's done, because she's lost all her true friends now. Like all the friends that she hangs about with, they're not her true friends. Like they're her like fake go out and get wasted like friends. Like they're not like her true friends. Like all her true friends that she had from like when we were kids, like we all knew each other from when we were like children, and she's not friends with us anymore, and she's lost that. She's like done that herself. And it's kind of all her fault. I hope she kind of wakes up one day and realises like what she's done. But if she ever comes calling back to me, I am not taking her back. I do not want to be friends or even associated with someone like that. So yeah, that was a mouthful and a half. So yeah, that's the story of the Traitor best friend. Some of it is kind of fresh, so I think it's going to take time for us all to kind of talk about it and get over it and find our way like round it. Hopefully after lockdown, well, we kind of made a plan, like we want to kind of meet up like after lockdown and kind of hang out and stuff. And I feel like maybe once that's happened, we'll kind of all get some sort of closure, like because we've never actually been able to like talk about things like face to face. We've only really ever kind of talked on like Messenger or whatever because of like lockdown and everything. So I'm hoping like after this we'll all be able to meet up and we'll be able to talk about things and like get some sort of closure like after lockdown. So I'm gonna wait and see how long this lockdown lasts, and then hopefully after it things start opening back up again, and then we can figure something out. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know this has been like a really long one, but thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, like this video, comment down below, click that notification bell as well so that you'll be notified whenever my videos come out. And also, I've got a link to my Twitter down below, so don't forget to check out that description to follow and click on the link so that you can follow me on Twitter. So anyway guys, I'll see you later in enjoy your day and goodbye.